The island of Lualani was lush and vibrant, surrounded by turquoise waters and thick with dense jungles. At its center, hidden away from prying eyes, lay the Coconut Grove. It was a place shrouded in both beauty and mystery, where the tallest coconut palms bore fruits that glimmered like gold in the sunlight. No one dared venture into the grove, at least not willingly. Legend spoke of a witch who lived among the trees, her skin like bark and her hair like hanging moss. The villagers called her Matuna, the Coconut Witch. She was said to grant wishes, but always at a cost. Those who sought her help often found their lives twisted by her dark magic. Kaleo, a young fisherman, had always dismissed the stories. He was practical, relying on the sea for his livelihood and his family. But when a fierce storm ravaged the island, destroying his boat and leaving his family destitute, Kaleo began to wonder if there was truth to the old tales. Desperate to save his ailing mother and his two younger siblings, Kaleo resolved to enter the grove and seek the witch's aid. The Coconut Grove was eerily silent. Kaleo felt the weight of the trees pressing in on him as he ventured deeper, their shadows twisting into shapes that seemed to watch him. In the grove's heart, he found her. Matuna was hunched over, weaving a net of coconut fibers. Her eyes, sharp and knowing, fixed on Kaleo as he approached. "You come for a wish," she rasped before he could speak. Kaleo nodded, his throat dry. "My family is starving. I need enough to rebuild my boat and feed them until I can fish again." The witch smiled, revealing teeth as jagged as broken shells. "I can grant you wealth in abundance," she said, "but you must pay a price. Each wish requires a coconut from my trees, and with it you give me something in return." "What do you want from me?" Kaleo asked cautiously. Matuna's grin widened. "The price is your memories of the ocean. For as long as you live, you will never set foot in the water again, nor will you recall the waves that once sustained you." Kaleo hesitated. The sea was his life, his refuge, but the thought of his family's suffering drove him forward. "I'll do it," he said. The witch plucked a glowing coconut from a nearby tree and handed it to him. "Break this in your home and you will find what you seek, but remember, the sea will no longer welcome you." Kaleo returned to his family, the golden coconut cradled in his arms. When he broke it open, treasures spilled forth, gold coins, precious jewels, and they could pay for enough food to fill their table for months. His siblings laughed with joy, and his mother wept with relief. But Kaleo's joy was short-lived. The next morning, when he tried to wade into the ocean to fish, he froze. The sight of the water filled him with inexplicable dread. The sound of waves, once comforting, now felt foreign and alien. Days turned into weeks, and Kaleo found himself haunted by the loss of the ocean. He tried to teach his siblings to fish, but without his guidance, they struggled. The wealth from the coconut began to dwindle, and Kaleo knew he could not keep his family afloat without returning to the grove. Kaleo returned to the Coconut Grove, his resolve hardened. "I need another wish," he told Matuna. The witch chuckled. "And what will you offer this time?" "I'll do anything," Kaleo said. Matuna's eyes gleamed with malice. "For your next wish, I will take your voice. You will never speak again, but you will have what you desire." Kaleo hesitated. The price was steep, but he nodded. Matuna handed him another golden coconut, and once more his wish came true. But as Kaleo's family prospered, he grew more isolated. He could not fish, nor could he share his thoughts or laughter with those he loved. The price of his wishes had left him hollow. One day, his youngest sister approached him with a tear-streaked face. "Brother," she whispered, "there must be another way. The elders say Matuna is cursed just like you. Perhaps her magic can be undone." Kaleo decided to confront Matuna one last time. In the grove, he demanded the truth. "Why do you curse those who come to you?" he asked, his voice hoarse and broken. The witch's expression softened for the first time. "I was once like you," she said, "a young woman desperate to save her family. I made a deal with the spirits of this grove and they bound me here for eternity. Now I am their servant, and my magic comes at a cost. Kaleo's heart ached with pity. There must be a way to free you and myself from this curse. Matuna hesitated before nodding. The grove's power lies in its roots. Destroy them and the magic will end. But beware, the spirits will not let you go easily. Kaleo, armed with a machete, hacked at the roots of the oldest tree in this grove. The ground trembled, and ghostly figures emerged, screaming in fury. The spirits clawed at him, whispering promises of untold riches if he stopped. But Kaleo pressed on, his determination unshaken. Finally, the tree fell, and the grove's magic dissipated. The spirits vanished and Matuna collapsed, her form transforming into that of a young woman. "Thank you," she whispered. Kaleo felt the weight lift from his soul. His memories of the ocean returned, and his voice was restored. The grove, once cursed, became an ordinary forest, and the golden coconuts turned to ash. Kaleo returned to his family, wiser and more grateful for the simple joys of life. The legend of the coconut witch faded into history, but the islanders never forgot the lesson. True wealth comes not from magic, but from perseverance and love.